Hello class, my name is Miss Katie, Auntie Katie. I'm Paliku's mom. This is my helper here. Say hi, hi class. Oh yeah. Okay, today we're going to read the story Gertrude McFuzz by Dr. Seuss. This is part of Yertle the Turtle and other stories, but I like Gertrude McFuzz. And I hope you do too. Gertrude McFuzz. There was a girl bird named Gertrude McFuzz, and she had the smallest plain tail ever was. One droopy droop feather, that's all she had, and oh, that one feather made Gertrude so sad. For there was another young bird that she knew, a fancy young birdie named Lola Lee Loo. And instead of one feather behind, she had two. Poor Gertrude. Whenever she happened to spy Miss Lola Lee Loo, no relation to Miss Lee. I didn't realize till I was reading this, but anyhow, Miss Lola Lee Loo flying by in the sky, she got very jealous. She frowned and she pouted. Then one day, she got awfully mad and shouted, "This isn't fair. I have one, she has two. I must have a tail like Lola Lee Loo." That's Lola Lee Loo. And that's Gertrude. So she flew to her uncle, a doctor named Dake, whose office was high in a tree by the lake. And she cried, "Uncle Doctor, oh please, do you know of some kind of pill that will make my tail grow?" "Tut, tut," said the doctor, "such talk, how absurd! Your tail is just right for your kind of bird." Then Gertrude had tantrums. She raised such a din that finally her uncle, the doctor, gave in. And he told her just where she could find such a pill. On a pillberry vine on the top of the hill. "Oh, thank you," chirped Gertrude McFuzz, and she flew right straight to the hill where the pillberry grew. That's Gertrude, that's Uncle Doctor. Uncle Dr. Dake. Yes, there was the vine, and as soon as she saw it, she plucked off a berry and started to gnaw it. It tasted just awful, almost made her sick, but she wanted that tail, so she swallowed it quick. Then she felt something happen. She felt a small twitch. Yes, as if she had been tapped down behind by a switch. And Gertrude looked round and she cheered. It was true, 2 feathers, exactly like Lola Lee Loo. Then she got an idea. Now I know what I'll do. I'll grow a tail better than Lola Lee Loo. That's just the words. These pills that grow feathers are working just fine, so she nibbled another one off the vine. She felt a new twitch, and then Gertrude yelled, "Whee! Miss Lola has only 2. I have 3. When Lola Lee Loo sees this beautiful stuff, she'll fall right down flat on her face, sure enough. I'll show her who's pretty, I certainly will. Why, I'll make my tail even prettier still." She snatched at those berries that grew on that vine. She gobbled down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And she didn't stop eating, young Gertrude McFuzz, till she'd eaten 3 dozen. That's all that there was. She's jumping down the berries. Doing okay, assistant? Then the feathers popped out, with a zang, with a zing. They blossomed like flowers that bloom in the spring, all fit for a queen. What a sight to behold. She is, there's her tail. They sparkled like diamonds and gumdrops and gold, like silk, like spaghetti, like satin, like lace. They burst out like rockets all over the place. They waved in the air and they swished in the breeze, and some were as long as the branches of trees, and still they kept growing. They popped and they popped until long about sundown, when finally they stopped. And now, giggled Gertrude, the next thing to do is to fly right straight home and show Lola, Lou. When Lola sees these, why, her face will get red, and she'll let out a scream, and she'll fall right down dead. Then she spread out her wings to take off from the ground, but with all those feathers, she weighed 90 pounds. She yanked and she pulled and she let out a squawk, but that bird couldn't fly, couldn't run, couldn't walk. And all through that night she was stuck on that hill, and Gertrude McFuzz might be stuck up there still if her good Uncle Dake hadn't heard the girl yelp. He rushed to her rescue and brought along help. There she is. With her big fancy tail, she can't fly. To lift Gertrude up almost broke their beaks, and to fly her back home it took almost 2 weeks, and then it took almost another week more to pull out those feathers. My, Gertrude was sore. There she is. Almost. Oh, last page. And finally, when all the pulling was done, Gertrude, behind her, again, had just one. Nope, that's it. And that one little feather she had as a starter. But now that's enough, because now she is smarter. She decided to love her one little feather. That's the end. Happy Dr. Seuss week, folks. Bye.